This is actually a re-upload due to music copyright, so I changed the music and I hope you enjoy.
It's one small step for man.
I have a dream.
Some words have the power to change who we are and the world as we know it. And I want to share with you a word that will do just that. But first, I need to share some context. If you're like me, you've had this thought at some point in your life about how awesome it would be to live in a neighborhood surrounded by all your best friends. But then if you're also like me, there comes a second realization of, logistically speaking, that's almost impossible. In our society where it's the norm to move every few years, where the number one answer to how are you doing is busy, too busy to see our friends and family without weeks of notice in advance, where we no longer know our neighbors, somehow disconnection has become the norm. You see, growing up, loneliness was a consistent theme in my life. I had this deep longing, like I believe we all do, to be loved. And for me, in an Asian American home, the way to get that seemed like chasing success and achievement, so that's what I did. And after walking that path for years, past these amazing high points like getting into a top-tier university, raising millions of dollars for our startup, getting to pitch Richard Branson and other billionaires on his private island, all this stuff seemed to not deliver on the promise that I thought it would. I realized that I still felt really lonely and empty inside. And then one day, something spoke to me. And of all the random places, it was from this one scene from the Disney movie, Moana. Moana sets out to sea by herself and feels utterly alone. But then her whole tribe comes and surrounds her. Ships sailing right alongside, saying, "You are not alone." And when I saw that, I got the goosebumps and may or may not have cried. There's a quote from Johann Hari's amazing book on the topic, Lost Connections. We, without ever quite intending to, have become the first humans to ever dismantle our tribes. And as a result, we've been left alone on a savanna we do not understand, puzzled by our own sadness.
I've been running round in circles, chasing my tail and lost my way, seeking shelter in different corners, never finding a place to stay. Somehow
In our quest to make it for ourselves, we've sacrificed that which we need the most: genuine human connection. And so I took it upon myself to read and learn everything I could on the topic of loneliness, mental health, and connection. And I started to wonder though, why are not more of us talking about this like the crisis it actually is? Suicide rates are increasing. Violence and hate appear in the news every day as people struggle to deal with the hurt that we all carry with us in some form. Connection is a fundamental human need, and we as a culture have forgotten that. And so for every child in each of us that still dreams of that neighborhood where we can be known and loved, this is the line in the sand. To realize that we have the power to change things. And to do that, I think there's something we need. I think we need a new word. Connectionism. Well, okay, technically it's already a word, used in the 70s to describe a branch of AI study of neural networks, but this definition has since all but dropped off the radar as a word for computer scientists. So today I'm reclaiming the word for all of us. Connectionism. The belief that we should intentionally prioritize safe, genuine human connection once again as a basic human need. And a connectionist is anyone who intentionally tries to live that way. So I think a lot about the minimalist movement. You know, the idea that you don't need stuff to make you happy. A big reason we began to talk about it in recent years was that we finally had a word for it.
Minimalism.
Minimalist.
The idea was around for millennia, but the word minimalist gave people a word to identify by. Putting an idea to a word gave it wings. And see, that's what I believe connectionism can do for us.
Oh, I've been seeking forgiveness.
It takes an intentional person to begin prioritizing connection again, even when it's hard. A connectionist is someone who is tired of the endless scrolling on social media, yearning for a connection, and doesn't wait until they are lonely to prioritize community and check in on their friends and family. And they consider relationships as a core factor in weighing life decisions. And fundamentally, they realize that in the end, it's up to us to make this thing a priority. So last month, I went to my friend Ronnie and Akshay's wedding and got to see a powerful glimpse of what is waiting for us when we choose to prioritize connection once again. I watched as the whole community, generations, friends, family, coworkers, all came together and danced to show them that, hey, we'll be here for you. We love you. This glimmer of hope that said you don't realize what you've been missing and yearning for has been here all along. And so that fills me with so much hope of what life could begin to look like for us when we begin to prioritize connection once again. So hello again, my friends. It's been a while since I last posted. I've been busy putting all this together for you. I can't wait to share with you the cool stuff we have in store coming up. We're gonna be diving into the science to see what experts and research have to teach us, as well as exploring the creative ways people are seeking connection. If you feel me at all on this message, if you resonate in any way, I just wanna be the first to say to you, hello, connectionist. Oh yeah, and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss future videos. There's gonna be a lot of exciting things happening, and in the future I hope to be spotlighting people doing amazing things, as well as holding real life events all around the world. Sign up for the email list if any of this sounds interesting to you to be a part of the movement at connectionism.org. Love you all.